Hi everyone, my name is Jess and today we're going to talk about 10 ways to network while working from home. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. You'll be reminded that every single Monday I do post new content. Okay, let's just dive right into this 10 ways on how you can start networking working from home. And maybe like a lot of you went from in the office, networking every day, meeting people passing you in the hall, to working 100% remotely, and you just don't know how to network anymore. You don't have the skills, you never learned them, no one ever showed you, you don't have the practice. Whatever it might be, I hope these 10 skills and ways can help you get to where you need to be with your networking journey. Now, number one would be saying yes to online professional events. Signing up to these types of events where there's a chat box where you can engage and ask questions and really be a community is a great way to start networking. And what I would suggest is pick a network and a webinar that you enjoy, something that you feel, wow, I can't wait to participate in this, because then you will find also passionate people that love that same topic. So say yes to all of those professional events that are virtual. Now, number two would be virtual co-working. There's lots of times where you can open up a Zoom and you can say, hey, this is our virtual co-working space. We're all going to be working. We're all going to be checking our email, maybe on the phone. We'll put each other on mute, but you are working together as a group virtually. This sometimes works depending on the job that you have, but there's also these virtual co-working spaces. If you go on Google, you can search virtual co-working spaces, and you can do this with people outside of your company. I think it's phenomenal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you can network and meet people in this fashion. Number three would be to use your existing social channels. Now, if you are on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, go and search for those professional groups that you might be part of. Start thought leadership on LinkedIn. Start posting on a weekly basis about your career and your life, and you'll start attracting an audience to find out a little bit about who you are, and you feel connected. I've been posting on LinkedIn for several years now, and I feel so connected with my community. There's a couple people that consistently post, and you just can't help but feel close with that person because I'm checking their content, they're checking mine, and we jive well together. So you will find your people once you start that thought leadership. And I think that is one of the most important things when working from home, is to be engaging on LinkedIn or any other professional social media platforms. Now, another one is number four would be follow up after a webinar. So after a webinar is completed, typically there are some leaders that go ahead and present on panels, or they maybe have the keynote for that day. It's not a bad idea to say, hey, I absolutely love what you said about this technology, or loved what you said about this personal development growth. Can you connect with me after and have a conversation? Typically, people will always say yes. If they raise their hand to be part of that webinar, they will also be part of having a conversation with you. You want to be very clear and make sure when you reach out to this person, it's not all about you, but there's something for both of you to connect here. Very important how you word this messaging. If you need any help, feel free to comment below, and I'm happy to give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. This would not work to reach out to a leader. Now, number five would be asking for informational interviews via Zoom. Now, you can reach out to organizations that you might be interested in participating or working in one day and ask from HR or even a hiring leader or a hiring manager for the job that you potentially want one day. You can go ahead and ask them, hey, can we just have a quick conversation on your company culture, on your values, and what you look for with employees or candidates? This is a great way to network with leaders. I welcome this all the time. Hey, I'm considering coming to Dell. Would you like to have a can I have a conversation with you? I think this is a great way. And again, it's how you word it. What's in it for that person that's reading your email and what's in it for you? They need to see something that's for both of you. Now, the next one would be attend a virtual job fair. There are lots of virtual job fairs throughout the year that you can participate. The chats are very popular. It's a great way to network and great way to find out other people and other organizations and what they're doing. You don't need to take a job. You don't need to leave the organization you're working with, but it's another way to network with people. Number 7 would be to offer to host a webinar or be a panelist on a webinar. This way you'll get your brand, who you are out there, depending on the topic, and most likely people are gonna reach out to you after, because what did you do in a couple steps before this? You reached out to someone that hosted a webinar. This is a great way to network, build your brand, and build an audience to listen maybe to your thought leadership on LinkedIn. Now, number 8 would be to join a lunch club in your city. Not all cities, again, it depends where you live. Think Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, any large cities will have a lunch club where fellow people working from home want to meet other people. So they will go on meetup.com and find these lunch clubs. Great way to meet people in the industry, great way to meet other people that are working from home, and a great way to get out of the house because you probably always work from home. This one is huge. I have not tried it yet. I should try it just to see, and maybe I'll film it one day. But I think it would be pretty cool to join a lunch club in the local city that you're at, or even go to a local cafe and work from the day because other people are working in that same space as you. Now, another one that is often overlooked is to participate in your already existing corporate virtual events. Now, these events, at least at Dell, happen sometimes on a weekly basis, depending on what groups you're part of. Great way to get engaged with people outside of your department, outside of your day-to-day. You can go ahead and collaborate with people, get to know them, network. Again, that chat feature in Zoom and any type of events is so good to just see the vibe of people and reach out to them following the event. And lastly, schedule one-on-ones and hangouts with a group of people. Just put it in their calendar and say, hey, do you want to have a coffee break? Let's network, let's hang out. I've done this all throughout the pandemic and I've had a lot of fun. I wouldn't say it's always professional networking, but it is networking nonetheless. And I have so much fun in this type of group atmosphere. So again, those would be my 10 tips. I could probably go down to 20, and just talking about networking and getting to know people. Listen, listen, listen. Go on video on these types of events. It's very important that you go on video so people can connect with you. And that's, I guess, a bonus tip that I'm going to throw out there. But just try and let me know if any of these have worked for you. Feel free to comment below and let me know any other tips, because I'm always looking to network with different folks. Even this community on YouTube is a great place to network. If you comment below, there's great like-minded people watching just like you are, and they probably would love to get to know you as well. So use this type of form to network. And if you like this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next Monday. Take care.